There remain only 4 slots in the Oscar race for Best Leading Actor because Austin Butler has solidified his spot in this extremely competitive category. Here's my review of Baz Luhrmann's Elvis. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. Elvis was a culture vulture, and Baz Luhrmann does his best revisionism, his darndest, to redefine and redeem and gloss over so many facts about Elvis's colonization of soul, rock, and gospel music by duping the audience into believing this was actually a semi-biopic about Colonel Tom Parker. Despite that, though, Austin Butler delivers the best performance of the year so far. Austin's performance is transformative and career-defining. He's better than the actual film and elevates it in a way that will make moviegoers want to see it over and over again because of him. He's that good. He even outshines Tom Hanks, which you would think is impossible. Tom plays an exaggerated caricature of a villain, and it's not the makeup or wardrobe. That was sort of perfect. That was fine. It's Tom's voice, which is sort of cartoonish in a way, and Baz's dizzy-induced camera maneuvers. But you can overlook all of that for Austin's performance. He channels really the pure essence of Elvis Presley in a way that has never been captured or perfected. He's captivating. Your eyes will be glued to the screen in awe of his powerful performance. He's not a replicant or avatar or impersonation, which is refreshing, finally. Every moment he's on screen, and he's in almost every shot, it's exhilarating. He's mastered the gyrating, the vocals and voice inflections and the mannerisms and the facial impressions. Austin is Elvis Presley personified in this film. Nobody, I mean nobody, will want another actor to play Elvis ever again because Austin smoked the mic into oblivion. The story follows Elvis's humble Mississippi beginnings and how his adjacency to black neighborhoods and access to tent revivals and Chitlin Circuit juke joints gave him soul inspiration. The story chronicles Elvis's years in the military, how he met and married Priscilla, his close relationship with his mom, which is a really good arc that should have been developed more, his addiction to painkillers, and his Vegas residency before his death. But again, you'll never be more entertained than when Austin's singing and dancing. And this story is supposed to be centered around Colonel Tom Parker, who used Presley's talent to milk him for millions by first exploiting his dad, his parents' naivete to show business. But it feels secondary to what Austin brings to this film. And Tom Hanks, sorry to say, he is completely outmatched and upstaged by Austin's performance. That's really the basic premise. Now, there are many cameos from Fats Domino, B.B. King, Mahalia Jackson, Little Richard, Big Mama Thornton, and so on. They do acknowledge that Elvis Presley had a relationship with those pioneers. And Baz made sure to show their impact on Elvis's career. But I challenge the notion that they knighted Elvis and were so conciliatory and magnanimous to the point of mounting Elvis the king of black music, or of music that black musicians pioneered. Baz makes sure Elvis admonishes their contributions to his career. He does. But aside from that razzle-dazzle is pure revisionist history. That's just the truth. That's how I saw this movie. I was always going to view this film with a partisan eye because I know Elvis pilfered and capitalized off black music. And Presley did give credit to many of them. He also appropriated and exploited the design and artistry of soul, rock, and gospel music. But yet and still, I can isolate and itemize the facts about Elvis's true backstory while enjoying the esteemed performance by Austin Butler, and I feel strongly that award recognition is not only deserved, but imminent. Now, Baz does a lot of camera gymnastics and flash work that make the film feel splashy, but the dissolving and burning from scene to scene felt dystopian in a way, and his timeline of events meander too much for my taste. And his incorporation of modern music usually works. I know that's his signature style, but it didn't work here for me because it felt like the message he was sending was that Elvis contributes to black music today, to today's modern music, and I challenge that too. Now, you don't have to like Elvis, the man, or the movie to enjoy this one. I realize that Austin's got a lot of competition coming later in the year. Oh, it's coming. A lot of powerhouse performances are looming. Oscar bait, Indies, the whole gambit. But I unequivocally stand by this simple fact. He deserves an Oscar nomination for Elvis. See Elvis on the big screen. Austin Butler snaps.